We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Throw right side taken in by Gibson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or Week 15?
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. To Barkley on the check down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Adam Humphries deep to return. Fielded just inside the 20. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Adam Humphries, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And down he'll go at the 25. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 21-0 our score after 1. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Jones on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. Escapes the defender. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd down and goal. Jones. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
38, Giants 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got room. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. Gets by him at the 25. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From the 24, Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's got it. Touchdown. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread.
Makes this Washington 38, Giants 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
He's got his target. It's Humphreys.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Fitzpatrick rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. 20.
What you doing out there, boy?
Touchdown, Giants.
Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. As Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing Fitzpatrick. That's Samuel, caught left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Fitzpatrick again. finds a seam inside the 40 and down right around the 37.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Adam Humphrey spent 4 years in Tampa and 2 in Tennessee. Knows how to operate out of the slot and find his way open downfield. Makes a good catch there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Julian Love. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They have to be better.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you get.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 38.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Fitzpatrick on first down. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 7. Now Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Fitzpatrick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that's caught left side. Seals-Jones with it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. I
agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones there to make the grab. And Washington has retaken the lead. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. To throw is Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. And he finds Penny. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. On 1st down, Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jones. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here's Jones. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Penny, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir. That touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points